everybody, and welcome back to Echoes of Legacy. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 17. Last time, our group did some tournament prep, as the tournament is fastly approaching. So they all went down to the spooky black market, got loaded up on new gear, new armor, some possible spooky potions. Who knows? All the while they were doing tournament prep, Peter went off to sate their hunger and had a bit of a moment in the alley. Yeah. Yeah. The group later having some talks about what had happened and what they're going to do, and some small moments there at the end. And we left off with someone asking at the front desk about somebody that looked like them. And we left off there, and we're going to pick up in the morning, unless there was anything anybody would like to, tag on at the end of the night there, before they went to bed. Otherwise, yes, Rhea.
We lock the door and windows, to be very clear and specific.
Good. Okay.
Thank you
the
so
doors
much.
and the windows. Very good. Very good. Doors and windows have been locked to your abode, to your hotel room here at the Crimson 86. All right. Well, the morning will come, and you all are woken up quite early by just the fact that the tournament starts quite early in the morning. And so what are you all getting up to in the morning prior to the tournament to prepare?
I think I'm just like, Jeane is like putting all the attachments on the new gun, making sure that it's all good, and he's checking his supplies to hope that all the healing materials or the farming materials are all fine. He doesn't got manager to really work with or worry about, so he's just focusing mentally. And I think in that mentality, he's trying not to let, as I've discussed before, the numbers continue to be numbers. He's trying to put some imagination and visual back into the ones and zeros, as it were.
Okay.
So he's trying to, while working on his gun, he's like trying to imagine what the end result will be, or like how we can make it cooler, and not the functionality or the mechanics of it.
Okay. Can you go ahead and roll me?
Oh God.
What you worried about? Can you roll me willpower, please?
You just asked me what I'm worried about with you.
Sure.
Did you just do that?
One of my favorite things when I'm just for the audience at home, if you're watching the show, and anytime I introduce something crazy or kooky, watch Christian, watch Jeane, because the amount of muted swears that are set into that mic is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a 12.
A 12. Just as you're like visualizing the ones and the zeros, and you're putting the gun together, you just hear that metronome a little bit in the back of your head. It's a little bit louder today.
Here's a curse for you for my gone. Fuck you. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you're putting together your gun. Anything else you want to do in the morning to prepare?
No, it's just trying to compartmentalize all the noise out and get the imagination in. But apparently you've decided to not let that happen, so thank you.
I didn't just not let that happen. I just said there's a sound.
I'm sure. It's just a sound.
It's just a sound.
It's just the sound of magic. It drove someone else insane. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Val, what are you getting up to in the morning?
Val has a bit of a slow morning. Comes out of her room just with a stupid grin on her face, and just kind of walks around in a daze all morning long. And you notice that something is a little different about her. I have now double the levels in Spiritist that I do in Elementalist. So as she is leaning more and more into her more spiritual powers, control over life and death, and like light energy and powers, her hair that used to be the color of fire is almost starting to fade. So instead of being so vibrant like flames, it's almost vibrant light. sunlight instead.
Oh yeah. And you would walk out and you would see Jeane there working on their gun.
Morning.
Morning. Look, got a difference. I'm feeling it. You do something?
It just kind of happened.
I imagine so. It's looks good.
Thanks.
Yeah. You sleep well?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I'm I'm very happy to hear that.
Do you want any coffee?
Yes.
She kind of like wanders off.
I would love some. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so Val, you go and make coffee.
Yeah.
Rhea, how about you next? What are you doing in the morning?
Rhea, I feel like she's very anxious. She's like contemplating pretty aggressively after last night about like they've had conversations about, how far from human are we gonna get, right? And feels herself kind of the farthest from it with her horns and her tail. And has been really thinking about like what is she willing to do and what are they trying to do here in the first place. And so this morning I just feel like she's kind of quiet, not necessarily somber, but like it's very we have a job to do, right? We have to like go and we have to win this. And it's so she's usually pretty quiet anyway, but is maybe a little more serious this morning. She just is contemplating a lot of things at once. So she'll go out of her room and probably go into the kitchen, get a black coffee and sit on the couch.
As you walk into the kitchen, you can already smell the aroma of coffee as you're in there, as Val is already there. And as you walk in, she's like humming to herself as she's like pouring, like she's got 2 cups and she's walking back over to Jeane. Morning, Rhea. Coffee's ready if you want any.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
They seem to have had a good night's sleep.
Oh. Okay. And it's like, will pour herself a cup of coffee. You look radiant this morning, Val.
Really?
Yes, really. Yes.
She just kind of laughs.
It's not like we're not even going into a death tournament. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And she'll sit on the couch.
And I think last of the crew to wake up would be Peter.
Yeah, Peter. I think Peter takes a little bit longer in her room this morning. Just starting to put on the outfit. I guess new clothes. Taking care of this new. I guess was it a trident almost? Spear trident kind of vibe. Take care of my new weapon. But taking that time to myself in the morning for sure. And then heading out to the living room to talk to everybody after a very long night. And Val.
I was just gonna say, Peter, when you are getting ready and stuff like that, like yesterday, like you got all this new equipment and stuff, and there was some like heft to it, there's some weight to it, but today you just feel stronger. Today you feel a lot stronger than you felt the day before.
Easier to carry my weapons with. Val, I didn't know the potion guys give you like hair dye.
Well, it kind of just woke up like that. I don't know.
Well, it looks great.
Maybe the like shampoo that they have here like really like I don't know, gets
Pulls
rid
the
of...
color out or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Well, it looks lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some coffee?
No coffee. Do we have any of that lemonade that we keep ordering?
Oh, I mean, I'm
Skelly?
sure we could get somewhere from Skelly.
Oh, if not, it's not a big deal. I'll just get breakfast.
No.
I guess.
I'll go get you some. I'll go get you some. Hey,
Okay.
Skelly,
Yeah,
can we get more lemonade, please?
of course.
And maybe like some really nice baked goods.
Sure.
Bagels,
like-
bagels.
Yeah, bagels.
I love a bagel.
And we should probably have protein, right? And
Yes.
like some good carbs. Just like a big old breakfast.
You got it.
Thank you. Bye, Skelly.
Bye. Like literally like 30 seconds later, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
And
Not
you open-
midnight.
Express kitchen.
And then there's like he's got like a little cart, which somehow he got up the stairs. You don't know how perfectly with all of the food.
That's
This
magical,
big,
sure.
but yeah, there's a big bountiful breakfast. There's fruit, there's bacon, there's ham, there's eggs, there's bagels, there's muffins, there's anything and everything. English muffins, lots of jams and jellies and things like that, and 2 big old pitchers of lemonade on it. And rolls it in the room and he goes, "Do you need anything else?"
Just your well wishes for the tournament.
You can participate. I believe in you.
Thanks.
That's amazing job.
Got it. And then just skeleton walks out of the room. Like, so that's how skeletons walk. Exactly. Spooky, scary skeleton's his way out.
Spooky yelp.
Spooky yelp. God damn it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It got me.
But you now have this big, bountiful breakfast. Atlas rolls out of his room eventually. He's got like the true definition of a colic going on, like a colic with his hair is
Nice.
kind of in all different places. The narrator will join you as well. And you are all now met for breakfast prior to the tournament.
I mean, we don't know what to expect for this thing, but it's good to just make sure we have all our bases covered. I mean, we've been pretty okay with the whole fighting thing, but something tells me we're gonna need more than that this time around.
Did we ever get health potions? Or no? Did we dip?
Yeah,
did.
we
We
got
did?
health
Okay.
potions
Just good.
and like MP potions for everyone.
Oh,
So
yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
we'll divvy those up.
What was
Yep.
it? 2 per or 1 per? I can't remember.
I believe it was 2 per.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it was 2 health potions and 2 MP potions per person.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is what you guys got from the guy who was trying to sell you drugs.
Yep.
Mhm, Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did they tell us how much they recovered, or was it just like you don't know?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Did you tell us how much each one like recovered, or is it like
It's per potion. It's going to be 2d10 plus 10.
For both?
Yeah.
Okay. 2d10 plus 10. Cool.
Beans.
Well, do we want to think of I don't know, strategy or something?
Should we have like a code word to know if like I don't know if there's like mind games being played, like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh.
So like if I'm having a conversation with Dream Val and I don't know, like I'd like to know it's you guys out there. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what do you want the code word to be? Like, what is something only we would know?
Something from Earth, only we would know. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Space
idea.
Jam.
Welcome to the
Welcome to the, and then the person has to respond with
And they have
Space Jam.
That's actually
Guys,
because nobody else would say that.
No one else would
No
say
one.
Space Jam.
no one
That's
else would say that.
fantastic. What person here would know Space Jam exists?
It's my one good idea for the day, guys. I'm out. I'm out.
Now just
Cool.
imagine doing that against like a boss.
Oh
my God. Space Jam.
But it's welcome to the Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Okay.
I unironically really liked that movie, guys. Not the new one.
Yeah, no, we
Am
don't
I
talk
allowed to
about the
say
new one.
that? Can I say that?
Don't
Like
sue
legally?
us,
Like legally?
please.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I
Sorry,
loved it.
LeBron. I guess.
I love you, LeBron. I love
Sorry,
it.
I
Don't come for
guess.
me.
If you're watching,
You're watching.
thank you for watching.
LeBron, if you're watching Echoes of Legacy, thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, dude. Hey,
You know you're a
great movie.
TTRPG fan. That's sick.
That's dope.
Isekai fan too. Wow. I mean, Space Jam is an isekai if you think about it.
It is.
Oh my god, it is.
You're not wrong.
Wow.
Oh.
Anyway, that's a
Hmm.
good. Yeah, that way we know we're who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Do we want to like make any like, you know how in like video games sometimes you can do like combo moves? Do we like need to try and
Ah.
plan any like things like that?
I mean, I don't know what I can do with all your guys' magic stuff or your flame swords and all that jazz. But if I do roll my gambit, I can possibly buff you guys or debuff the enemy team, and then you can guys just strike them. Then
Yeah.
call some fancy move out or yell out or scream or kamehameha.
I learned something new that I haven't really had a chance to do yet, but I can for one of us, once we enter the arena, I can make it so that instead of going to 0 HP, you go to 1 instead. It's only a one-time thing, but that could be really helpful.
Yeah.
Definitely make or break. Yeah. Good to know. Good investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess the last like big fight that we did was kind of with Nikolai and everything back at the cabin, like the big group battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you guys to know that whatever you do out there, I trust you 100%. Like, I know that there's a reason for why you guys are doing what you do. So I don't know if you have to cast something that might hurt me or somebody else. If you have a plan, I'm going to trust you guys fully on it. So don't be worried about stuff like that.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks. Yeah.
As long as we keep sticking together and making sure that we're all good.
I was about to say, I think we should prioritize because there are going to be tricks, right? We know that. So I think if we can, we should try and prioritize staying together as much as we can because it's going to try and get us alone. So I think we should prioritize that as opposed to like, let's spread out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We do our best when we're all
Together.
next to each other.
Yeah.
And of course, I still have my other form, my devil form. I saved that one. So if we need anything, if it starts getting really dark, I'm happy to use that one.
If it comes to that, hopefully it doesn't.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If it's survival or if survival is at stake, I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
It probably won't.
I mean, we've got a streak going with how long we haven't used it, so let's keep that streak running.
Yeah.
Do we know if it's like we win if one of us survives, or is it like if one of us goes down, we're all out?
If your team is the last team standing in whatever semblance that is,
Capacity, okay.
whether it's the full team, whether it's half the team, whether it's one of the team, as long as your team is the last team standing.
Do
Okay.
we maybe get revivified if part of the team disappears or dies?
I don't know.
Was that not on the
All
bulletin
right.
board?
That was not told to you, is what I mean. What I mean is that
Okay.
information was not given to you. You were only told it was a fight to the death at the end.
Okie dokie.
Didn't they say that one of the members of the team that always wins is new?
Yes.
Should we ask if they lost a member last time and that's why they had, you know what I mean? Like, if Skelly knows, then that could tell us if they lost a member and they didn't come back. Then we would know that that's how that works. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
It's another good idea.
Asking Skelly, if we ask them, it might like offend them, right? It's like,
I
oh, you guys
wouldn't-
like lost a member.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to antagonize.
Yeah.
No, not them. Not them.
No,
not
yeah,
them.
Skelly.
Yeah.
Skelly.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give him a call.
You're gonna call Skelly.
Hi,
Hello?
Skelly.
How's your breakfast?
Hi. So delicious, thanks. Guys,
Good.
you like your breakfast?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Happy to hear it.
Do you know if last time the tournament happened,
Mm.
the group who always wins, did they
Mhm.
lose someone?
Yes.
So, like, if somebody dies, they don't come back at the end of the game. Like, if somebody dies on your team and then your team wins.
Well, I mean, they are vampires, so they were staked through the chest, and so they turned to ash.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Anything else helpful that you feel like sharing with us?
Have any of you played Hero Troll Dragon before?
Has anybody played Hero Troll Dragon before?
Is it like rock, paper, scissors?
I put it on speaker.
Never heard of Rock Paper Scissors before. I only heard of Hero Troll Dragon.
Does one beat the other in a cycle, in a circle?
Correct.
Okay.
Then
Can you
yeah.
Yes. Can you tell us what beats what?
Oh.
Hero slays dragon, troll smashes hero, and dragon eats troll.
Oh, that's not how I thought that was gonna go.
Hero, dragon, troll, hero, dragon, troll. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard rumblings is going to be in the first round.
That's
So,
the first round's gonna be our possibility game. You always gotta choose rock. I mean, dragon.
Kelly, so helpful.
of
Thank you
course.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Hopefully. Bye.
Bye. Vampires, guys. They're vampires. One of them got staked through the heart last year.
We're playing
course they're
rock, paper,
vampires.
scissors to the death.
This is like some twisted version of summer camp.
Yeah. I mean,
Hero?
That can't
Beats-
be what they meant,
hero
Right.
beats
right?
dragon. Hero beats dragon. Troll beats hero. Dragon beats troll.
I bet it's going to be something like different teams or different ones, and we have things that can help us against different ones or something like that. It's always more complicated.
I
Yeah.
hope. But we should have stakes. Should we bring stakes in?
Let's
Wouldn't
make
it-
a bunch of stakes
Well, if
really fast.
Break all the chairs.
Quick.
Like, break all the furniture.
Emergency whittling. Just-
Is there like wooden like spoons, ladles?
Sure.
Yeah,
Roll-
I
roll
start
me-
whittling away.
Like
Well,
salad tongs.
Roll me a D8. Roll me a D8.
Can do. Can do.
Oh man.
3.
A 3. So you've got 3 stakes. You were
Nice.
you fucked up a couple of them. It's like it's like sharpening
real
a pencil
doll.
too much, you know, like, but you got a few, you got 3 good stakes.
Nice.
Okay. I give them to you guys.
Oh, I don't want to be close to. I
I'll-
hope I'm
I'll
not
take
close
one.
enough to the vampires
I see.
for the stake. But
Well, you need an emergency one just in case one does get close to you.
okay,
Jeane,
yeah,
could you shoot
take the stake. I'll
stakes
take the
out of
stake.
your gun?
I mean,
little wooden bullets.
I mean that.
So good. So good.
I can shoot tons of elements like fire. I know vampires don't like fire.
They probably also don't like light magic either.
Mm.
Maybe I'll use that for my weapon today.
Or the sun. If we can get their masks. Wait. Is that how vampires work here? Do we know?
Well, we know that the sun doesn't really.
We
Shinier.
know that it's
Barovia,
it's
yeah.
perpetually cloudy here.
So true.
And you would
Well-
also remember that the sanguine, that they are head to toe in armor and in
Yeah,
that in
that's
like
right.
that closed helmet.
That's right.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no heat metal equivalent in this
Well-
lovely,
So
lovely
true.
system.
Well,
Lovely system.
I do have a fire spell that ignores resistance.
I mean, that's
That's
as good
kind
as
of
a heat metal spell as you'll get.
Work.
Equivalent.
That's crazy. I also took a heat spell. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I do have exorcism bullets. I had to look up my sheet. Real quick.
Yeah.
So I do have light bullets.
I could also make them slow or weak. I can target up to 3 creatures and
Nice.
inflict the status slow or weak on them.
Mm.
So
I can give you guys an extra action.
Ooh.
that's nice.
So if you have
Dang.
any combos that you guys want to do, I'm happy to.
Rhea, how
Close
high
to you.
is your might right now?
My
Because we're
might
pulling
is
up our phones and we get a metagame like
Give
this.
me a minute. My might is a D12.
Okay, so my spell wouldn't help you then.
I can go first, and I have things called like warning shot, which allows me to shake the enemy. I can shake up to. I can inflict slow. I can make them shaken, or I can make them lose 20 mind points. I'm guessing that's the MP on their
Yeah.
end. So they
Cool.
can start much weaker, or their resources are gone. So
Perfect. Jeane goes
Nice.
first.
Okay.
We got this, you guys.
Come on, team.
do this. We got this.
Yeah.
We've been through this much. We've survived too much for a tournament arc to beat us.
Not the tournament arc.
Oh man.
I would say it would be around this time that you all would see that, like, you have to be to the arena soon, as the tournament starts at like 9 a.m.
All right.
Go.
Are we ready to head out?
Words of advice? I turn to Atlas and the narrator.
And Perry. Don't forget about
Yeah,
Perry.
and Perry.
And Perry!
Although Perry might still be
also-
sleeping.
Perry like rolls out of like basically like a blanket fort,
God.
and goes good luck. Atlas looks at all of you and goes, well, we'll be watching from the stands, and well, we'll be watching for any funny business or anything that is outside of the very limited small set of rules that are adhere to this particular thing. But when it comes to vampires and things, if they're covered in that armor, I recommend, if you can crack it, if you can break it open, probably make your life a lot easier. Crack it like a shell, like a little egg, what have you. But yeah, I mean, if you need anything, if there are ways we can help you, we will. And the narrator kind of looks at all of you and lands his eyes on Val and just says, "Be safe."
You can write anything in your book to help us. We'd appreciate it.
Like we win. Would be
They
awesome,
do so
right?
good and don't die.
Yep.
It's more so like I document what's happening than predicting the future ish.
Have you tried?
And he like flips to the next page and, and he's like, I'll try. And he just looks around the room. I don't know if anything changed.
Well, I guess we'll see when we get there.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, let's go, team.
Okay.
Let's Yeah, let's head out.
It's for Earth.
Narrator,
Let's go, Earthlings.
Let's go, Earthlings.
narrator very quickly and sheepishly runs up and gives Val a kiss on the cheek before you all go.
Yeah. He gives her a kiss on the cheek, and as he's like turning away to leave, she'll just like grab like the front of his shirt and turn him around and just kiss him full on the lips and then run out.
He's the color of my chair.
Yeah. So is she.
As the four of you run out and down the stairs, you see there are other teams that are beginning to kind of come down and around, heading towards the tournament as well. You would see one just massive, like maybe like 8.5 feet tall, like red demon, just making his way through the streets. He's got like a really like too small for him like team jacket that says Team Garg on it. As he's making his way down the street, you see your classic adventuring party. You see what looks to be like a dwarf barbarian, an elf ranger. You see like a human wizard, and they have what looks to be like a halfling rogue with them, like running along. You would see one team that looks to be made up of 4 creatures that are all made of different elements. So you would see one that looks to be made of stone, one that looks to be made of air, water, and fire, as they're all kind of moving together down the street. You'd see one that looks like, if you imagine what high-level characters in World of Warcraft look like all of their armor is over the top shiny, over the top like glowing with magical effects, like they're the rich team, they're the rich kids, walking together. And then finally, at least out of the 86, the last team you see is the Sanguine, as they are making their way basically behind you, as this kind of large group of players are making their way to the tournament.
Colorful cast. There are moments where I forget we're in another world and then just right back in it.
That guy's made of water. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's normal.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
I barely feel intimidated.
No, not at all.
That's
Nope.
good. That's progress.
I think they are being sarcastic, Jeane.
Unfortunately, yeah. But, we've gone through worse.
I mean, yes, we have. I mean, there's the meteor swarm, that joking clown that sucked, that angel thing, that weeping angel kind of thing, and then we destroyed a whole airship of pirates. That was cool.
Oh, Godzilla.
But
Godzilla.
Forgot Godzilla. Yeah.
So this is like run of the mill. Like, this is,
Nothing.
I'm like this is it. Like ooh.
These are just other people.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. It's hey. It's them or us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we don't do it, the world ends. So,
Hey.
Right.
it's
Right.
it's the trolley problem.
Oh yeah.
We do the tournament so the whole world doesn't die.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
If I had to be stuck on another world saving the planet with anybody, I'm glad it was you guys.
Aw, I agree. You guys are wonderful.
Okay, let's not get too mushy though, because we're gonna
Sure,
survive
sorry.
this.
Yeah.
We're gonna live. We're not saying goodbye or anything.
You the one telling us
No.
not to get mushy.
I was
'cause they're
Hey,
like,
thanks,
well, we-
Jeane. I was gonna say, but I
Sorry.
was gonna keep my mouth shut. But
We
I
just
just
saw-
saw you kiss the narrator on the lips. Are we gonna talk?
We gonna talk-
Yeah, that's the mushiest of mushy.
I would love to talk about that.
She just kind of like hides under her cloak. Why? We don't have time to talk about that. We got so many other things to do, like
Walk.
saving the world.
I mean, walk to the tournament grounds. I mean, that takes some time. I mean, you don't gotta rush.
What is there to say? Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
That you're smooching. That's what we.
Okay, we're smooching.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of you. Like
I
grabs
knew
you by your
something was
shoulders
up
and
with you
shakes
this
you.
morning.
She's like beet red. Like, guys.
And as you're having this interaction, you make your way to the Coliseum. And as you're approaching, you hear the beat of the music. You hear the... And you can see all of these spotlights on the top of the stadium are just kind of on top of this obsidian black stadium are just kind of going nuts as you are all approaching. You see there are, once you reach kind of a certain point, there's kind of like a gated or like fenced in walkway where all of the tournament participants are starting to go down, and you see there's crowds of people on either side, like waving signs like "Go Team Gork!" like "Go Team Sanguine!" As they're all like walking in, like people shouting and cheering as you're all making your way in. And as you make your way into the door, into the actual Coliseum, into the tournament hall, basically as you're walking in, you see a old turtle that is standing there with a clipboard. And each team you see like kind of walks up in turn and checks in with him. And as you all approach, he goes, "Team name?"
The Earthlings.
We're the Earthlings.
Earthlings.
No, baby.
What up, Earthlings?
Alright.
What's our saying? Oh yeah.
Pick a god and pray.
Thanks. Sorry.
What?
I know. I was just talking to myself. Sorry.
I just needed your team name.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to go to the left. Please enter tunnel 3.
Tunnel 3. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm. And just like slowly turns to the next team as you're all heading down the tournament hall. And you see as you're walking through, the hall is this obsidian like tunnel way that you're in. It almost absorbs any light from the fairy fires that are lit through here, the torches that are lit along the walls, the arcane lights that are strung up in here. The beat of the music now is like so intense you can feel it through your feet. You know, and you can kind of feel it in your teeth a little bit, you know, when the music is so loud, like you're standing right next to a subwoofer. As you're making your way through the stadium, and you see each team in turn seems to be entering kind of a door that leads kind of towards the what you would know as the center of the arena. And as you make your way, you arrive at tunnel 3, the door to tunnel 3.
All right. Is there like a door? Is there like a
Yeah, there's basically like a large circular door that you can just pull open and walk into.
All right, I'll take lead, I guess.
Okay.
And I will open the door.
Okay. Very good. And as you step inside, you now not only hear the music, but you can hear the rumble of the crowd as you step in, and you realize you're underneath the arena. As you can hear the rumble of like people stomping on the ground, all sorts of people shouting and cheering and what have you. And you can hear a very muffled, what sounds like announcer talking kind of over the crowd and over the music, just and you would see above, basically at the other end of your tunnel, there is like 3 runes. You see there's a red rune that is currently lit, there's a yellow rune in the middle, and there's a green rune at the far end of it. And as you're sitting in there, you hear like and you see the rune changes to yellow.
Oh boy.
Is there anything you'd like to do before the first round begins?
Yeah.
Guys, what I forgot. Just kidding.
Hero beats dragon. Troll
beats hero.
Dragon beats troll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Peter and be like, "We can't have you going down, buddy. You got this." And I'm gonna cast Mercy. So instead of going to 0 HP, you would go to 1 instead.
Thank you. Are you sure about that one? Or did you already cast it?
I mean, I cast it. I figured it'd be really bad if you go down, because then your blood is going to be in the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of.
And we don't. You know.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's probably a good pick.
Yeah, I figure like this one will be more of like an adventure one. Probably next one is when they'll have us like final is when we'll be like 1-on-1 with another team, in which case we might want a frontliner to be up. Because if we die, we all die, then the world ends anyway. So what does it matter if the drowned king gets a few more buddies?
So fair.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry, that was a lot.
No,
But you're right.
I mean,
Right.
it's what we're dealing with. So
Yeah.
So anybody else like to do anything before the first round begins?
Just practicing. Wait, did we learn the symbols for dragon, troll? and
Yeah,
hero?
their symbols.
That you weren't told. You were just told about that there is a game called Hero Troll Dragon.
Awesome.
We can ask the referee when we get. That's fine. It's fine.
Referee.
When the game starts, we'll shout at the referee.
Yeah.
Hey, where do we go?
What are the symbols for each?
Help!
Help!
And with that, you see the rune turns green. And you feel the floor underneath you suddenly jut as you begin to get raised up. And you see the ceiling parts above you. And immediately the sound of the crowd floods your ears. The smell of the food, the drinks, the different people that are in this arena, the different things that they're consuming fills your ears and fills your nose. As you're being raised up, the lights immediately hit you in the eyes. Blinding white lights as you're raised up and up and up and up, and you now realize you're being raised above the crowd, and that you're basically on a freestanding platform that then begins to move forward. As you see in the center of this arena, it's a very beneath you, a very, very large, about maybe 100 feet by 100 feet octagon is beneath you that looks to be made of this kind of pure silver steel beneath you. And you see on the other side, the other platform that is moving to meet you in the middle, you would see there is there's the elemental team that you saw walking along the street. You see the four of them, and you see rising up in the center of both of the platforms on a circular obsidian platform, you would see this very, very tall, he looks to be part elf. He's got like the pointed ears, but he's got the hooked teeth of an orc. As it's rising up, and he's in this really, really think Caesar from the Hunger Games suit that covered in these purple gemstones, and he's got a microphone, and he goes, and our first round of Hero Troll Dragon will begin with our newbies, the Earthlings. And he gestures over to you, and it's kind of mixed applause. You, somewhere in the audience, Atlas and the narrator are going nuts, screaming at the top of their lungs.
Belle's gonna look over and blow a kiss. Just be super dramatic
Mushy!
about it.
Versus the Elemental Titans, and the crowd immediately goes wild for them. Now you've both teams have reviewed the rules for this game, correct?
Question.
Yes.
Question.
Earthling.
What are the symbols for each?
What do you mean?
What are the symbols for this is for this game? Because aren't there symbols?
Oh, they are quite new. And you see the crowd kind of ripples with laughter. Yeah. And he goes, each team will have a platform in front of them. And you see a pedestal rises at the end of your platform, out of the one you're standing on, with a little almost like DM. Imagine a black DM screen facing the Elemental Titans. Mm-hmm. And he goes, each of them have a hero, dragon, and troll statue sitting on their pedestal. And you see rising out of the pedestal, you see these little stone statues. And what you're going to do is when I give you the signal, you're going to place which statue you choose onto the rune that is on your pedestal, and we will see who wins the round. It's first to 3, or best of 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense, thanks.
Very good, very good. All right, well, here we go. On the count of 3, and now I'm going to leave it to you. There's one last thing he's got to say. And just as a reminder, each round, a different team member must be the one to make the choice.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So, are you ready? And which of you would like to pick first?
Fuck no.
No, me.
I just look at my skills real quick.
I am gonna summon my grimoire right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
I could go first.
Betty's gonna go first. Okay.
They didn't say we die, right?
So, Betty, this is how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
So both of us are gonna type our answers into the chat on the side of our recording, which we will
of the Zoom.
Yes.
Nice.
And then on the count of 3, we're both gonna hit enter at the same time.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And as a reminder, hero beats dragon, troll beats hero, and dragon beats troll.
Got it.
All right. So are you ready?
You got this, Rhea.
Thanks. As she's reaching to her hands are shaking, and she's gonna put it on the side of the stone to steady her hand as she's making her choice. Oh my God.
When I get to 1, we'll both send it. We'll both send it.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1. Oh, it looks like a tie. As basically both things are placed, you would see this kind of almost like illusion of a knight kind of appear next to your platform, very a la Yu-Gi-Oh, rising out of the ground on either side. They clash together and then kind of just push apart. And it goes, well, looks like a draw. Team, select your next team member.
I'll go.
You'll go?
Okay.
All right. Same deal.
Question.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I have what's called high speed, which is at the start of this conflict. I may spend some mind points. I can choose to perform an objective or hinder attack or action, rather. Can my objective action be to see which one they're picking up from their distance and then picking the opposite one?
Do you have to roll for it?
No.
Okay.
It's got to spend the points.
All right. Go ahead and spend the points. As you see, like, you kind of guesstimate, like looking at the way that your statues were laid out, kind of in order, hero, troll, dragon, you would see the fire elemental approach the dais, and you see his hand kind of go to his mouth and then go to the far right where the dragon statue is.
Okay, where the dragon statue is. All right, I'm gonna pick here on that case.
All right. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, and as you see, like on their side, the knight, not the knight, this massive red dragon appears and pulls itself out of the ground, and you see the hero like kind of ducks and rolls under its fire breath and cuts it across the throat as the dragon collapses to the ground, spattering into different particles. And he's like, "That's one for the Earthlings!" And you see this kind of just like fairy fire 1 tick mark appears above your platforms. Some of the audience members are now like,
Let's go.
Right.
Yeah!
Yeah!
That's so funny.
I'm really trying to pump the audience up. I'm like, yeah.
All right. All right. Teams, choose your next team member.
Does anybody else have something cool that they can use? Okay, this is probably the best time for me to do this. I'll go next.
Okay.
So I'm gonna close my grimoire, and God, man, what's the other team gonna pick
For this round.
for this specific round? Obviously, the one that I'm about to do. Which one are they gonna pick
Amazing.
Troll.
for the? Okay.
And you see the earth elemental steps up, and the announcer goes, and 3, 2, 1. Oh, and you see on your side the massive red dragon appears, and on their side this big one-eyed troll appears with this big club. It runs at it, and the dragon just chomps its head off, throws the troll's body into particles to the side, and goes, "That's another win for the Earthlings. They are leading 2-0. And we are on match point, ladies and gentlemen. Please present your next team member."
I can't do the cool thing Jeane did, but like total anime style. Val's like narrowing her eyes at the person, like
The
trying
wind
to like,
elemental, there's no expression.
what are they gonna do? She's like trying so hard to
looking at a real
heart of the cards. Like she's trying to intuit what they're gonna do.
All right. You ready? Ready? And 3, 2, 1. No! And big troll appears on your side. On their side, his massive dragon appears, storms across, same kind of animation, bites the head off, throws it. He's like, and that's a point for the elementals. You see that fairy fire tick mark appears above them.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
It's now
Sorry.
2
I
to
panicked.
1.
It's all good. It's all good.
Choose your next team member.
Same
Who's going
order.
next?
You wanna go again?
Yeah. I'll go again.
All right.
All right. Are you ready? And 3, 2, 1. Oh!
That's what I'm talking about.
And you see the troll appears and the dragon storms across, grabs the trolls, throws it to the ground, and he goes, and that is a win for the Earthlings, meaning they win this round. And sorry, elementals, have fun and you see the platform vanishes beneath the elementals.
Oh.
And they all begin to fall. You see the wind elementals trying to grab them. And as they fall, you see the illusion of your dragon has not left. As it then soars down to the battlefield, and you see the elementals and the dragon begin to fight back and forth as your platform begins to slowly lower back into the tunnel. As you see basically the earth elementals torn in half by the dragon, you see the water elemental is turned into steam by its fire breath, as you just see the team being torn apart as you are being lowered back down into your tunnel.
Oh, yeah, we're fighting to the death here.
Oh, that's right.
If they would have got hero, it would have been a lot easier, I feel like.
Well, I was just thinking because they hadn't done troll yet, and so I was like, power of deduction. And now I feel horrible about that.
Hey,
No, that could
Look at me,
Otherwise,
look
we
at me.
would have fought the dragon.
Yeah.
So true.
Think about that. Yeah.
And as
Go ahead,
your platform finally lowers, the ceiling closes above you. Basically, like some cups of glasses of water are like set on a tray that is there, and just like some minor refreshments for you
kind
all.
of sloshing a little bit.
Ooh.
We're all like,
As you have won your first round of the tournament.
Did we learn how many
That
rounds?
wasn't 15.
There's a million. No.
Well, I'm gonna.
Million rounds.
There was somebody who's doing the water, or like filling up waters.
Did it just appear?
You see there's a little he's like a warforged, but he's got fresh cut grass, like got the wheel on the bottom. And he's just sitting there as he's like refills the waters as you're done with them.
How many? Hi. We're up there and we won. But how many rounds are there?
How many rounds?
Yeah.
You're participating, you don't know how many rounds?
Well, we just figured we'd live the whole time, but I just want to know how long it's
Good
gonna
attitude to have.
take. Yeah.
5. There are 5
5?
rounds.
Okay,
Oh.
that's doable.
You've completed the first one. Congratulations. You are alive.
Thanks so much.
You
Yeah.
have
it's
all of
pretty-
your limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good.
Can you lose your limbs in a troll hero troll dragon game?
I mean, if your opposition decided to attack you, yes.
You can attack each other during that game?
No rules.
Oh,
Fair enough.
so
Hey.
if we killed them, they would have just
Lost.
lost.
Correct.
Oh shit.
You would have lost the crowd most likely because they liked the game, but yes.
That's what's most important.
Everyone needs a heal, you know.
Are any of the rounds crowd determined?
And
Or can you
see-
not say? It's okay.
You see like a little kind of like boop, 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 like he's communicating with somebody. He goes, I can't tell you that.
That's
Sure.
okay.
Thanks,
I'll
buddy.
take that as a yes.
Uh-huh.
You've
I
told me
didn't say
everything I need to
anything.
know.
And you see he just wheels out of the room.
Okay, Val,
Yeah.
we need you, unfortunately, to be Katniss Everdeen right now.
Oh,
You have a
oh,
lover. We have a love story.
Oh.
Milk it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have
Use
to pretend
it.
I'm pregnant, do I?
No.
No, not
I
the
never
pregnant-
liked
If
that.
we need
in
the
the
part.
second
crowd that
movie.
bad,
Does pregnancy come into play in that book?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it does.
The
I think
later
they-
ones.
I think
she
they
like
use it.
pretends
One.
she's pregnant.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
yeah.
Well, actually, Peeta decides she's pregnant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if it
yeah.
weren't for the baby. And Katniss is like,
the
what
baby.
the fuck?
I'm so glad I didn't get into that scene.
So good.
No, it's good. No, it's good. No, it's good. But you don't have to be pregnant.
Don't
Okay,
have to be.
thanks.
There's no express pregnancies here. You don't have to worry.
You could just be a lover.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sure the jumbotron caught your little display of affection. Oh, the kiss! All right, we have the blow kisses stage. Okay, congratulations.
But only if you're comfortable doing that. I just think
course.
it might help if you are comfortable.
Well, people are already doing this too. Like we have a little hand sign.
That's
We're getting
true.
them, guys. We're
towards
getting
us. That's
them.
pretty great.
Yeah. Hopefully, the copyright police don't come after us. It's fine.
They're not here.
So we're in another world. They don't exist here. It's
Yeah.
Don't
fine.
exist.
exist.
I mean something
Uh,
different.
Mhm.
And you all would all hear a thunder of the crowd above you, like it shakes and goes, oh, that's the end of round 1. As you see the crystal on your in your tunnel flashes to yellow.
Oh,
Okay, guys, here we go. That
Wait,
went well.
we're going again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Already? Shit. Okay.
Fuck.
And then you see it flashes to green.
okay.
As your platform begins to raise, and as the ceiling parts, you don't hear the crowd, and you don't hear the beating of the music. As the platform raises up, and you're in this blackness. As it raises up, and you see there's this bit of light above you as the platform's going up and up and up and up and up. You see your platform connects with a doorway into a room that you see like the door is just like pure white, like light radiating out of it. And you hear like this kind of like echoey announcer's voice. And now we shall begin round 2 and test our remaining team's wits.
Can we hold hands on the way in there, guys?
Please. Guys, I'm so fucking stupid.
Hey, no, you're not. You are
You-
not.
you-
You're not. You're not.
you literally won the last round with how
I
smart
flunked
you are.
out of
Yeah.
a business degree, guys.
Oh.
This is...
You were flunking?
Of course I was flunking.
Oh.
But I thought you were graduating. Anyway, grabs hands and starts going forward.
And you walk
Yeah.
into the room, or walk into this bright light that blinds you as you walk in. And as you walk in, all of you together, you would see the door seals behind you. And the room that you're in is this, like, think of your quintessential dungeon room. Like, it's made of this worn and broken brown stone as far as the floor goes. It rolls up to these 4 brown walls. It's about, I would say, 15 feet high, and I would say about 30 feet wide on either way. It's made of this brown stone with these brown pillars on it. And you see in the center of this room is a dais that has a glass globe that's full of what looks like clockwork. Clockwork mechanical things, and you see a red button at the top of it. And you would also notice, you'd see all of these little holes in the walls and holes in the floor. There's about maybe they're in rows of 4 along the walls, like going all the way up from floor to ceiling and then like all the way across the floor. And you would hear just the soft click of machinery underneath the floor and in the walls. You can hear the soft click of machinery.
Gotcha.
And there's the button on top.
There's the button on top of the glass dome with the mechanical stuff in it.
Gotcha. Hey, Alec, I'm a mechanical engineer student. I got some inkling of how machines work with other magical advantages that we don't really have to click, clock, tick talk about.
Tick.
Yeah.
You want to roll me some insight and see
I
what
would
you can
love
see?
to roll you some insight.
As you roll really quick, what if
Oop.
this is like a prisoner's dilemma sort of thing, and we have to hit the button before a different team hits the button? What if it's a mental trick?
Because we've heard
And
no
that's the
instructions about
wits.
this, right?
You have not heard any instructions.
I just want to throw that out as a possibility.
That's lock my bag. No. That's 15.
With a 15, so what are you specifically looking at? Are you looking at the holes on the ground, the thing in the middle? Like, what are you looking for specifically,
I'm looking at the orb in next to the button.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's trying to see if
basically the button is sitting on top of this glass globe, and you see there is clockwork within it.
Yeah, and just trying to see what the clockwork could be, or what it's attached to, or just in general, what am I looking at here?
Okay. So as you're with a 15, what I'll give you is you can see that as you kind of you're looking at the globe, looking at what it is, you see the button is connected to the clockwork mechanics, like the gears and stuff within the globe. So you can determine that button triggers, what is in this globe, it causes it to turn. And that you can't, without breaking it open, but you can see that the gears and stuff go further into the ground. So it would trigger something else as well.
Yeah.
Something else in the room you would be able to tell.
If I spent a fabulous point, would I be able to figure out further more mechanics of the button to the things in the room, or is that
So that from without breaking anything or getting into anything,
Mhm.
that's about like the information that I gave you, that the button triggers triggers the things under the globe, and the globe, what's in the globe is connected to something underneath the floor.
Cool.
That's probably as much information as you discern from be able to discern without breaking something. So if you want to break it open and try to dig into it, you can.
Before I do that, is there anything else in this room of note?
The holes along the wall and along the floor.
Right. And that's it. And that's like all
Yeah,
that's in here.
that's all that's in this room.
I'll go check out the holes.
Don't look too close.
I won't look too close.
Make
But
me
I'll use
insight
my
check.
eyeballs. I'm not very insightful. Okay. Let's see. No. Oh, 7. That's
7.
high for me.
So beyond smelling gas when you get close to them, that's all you can really determine. You don't really, you can't see anything, or you don't really know what it means, but you smell gas when you get close to it.
Like gasoline, or like
if you've ever gotten near a what are they
gas
called, on
leak
ovens?
kind of a situation.
Like on ovens where like the pilot light, where you
Mhm.
can, where there's just that soft smell of gasoline, or
I
like
see.
of gas, not gasoline, but gas.
Guys, probably no fire, because I'm smelling like a gas. I think it's probably flammable.
If we listen in, do we hear the sound of like a hiss of gas being expelled into the room, or is it just like
with your know-how and your 15 and with Rehya bringing your attention to it, what I'll give you is that it sounds and smells like, basically, like there's like that, like I said, like I described, like a pilot light, like like the front of a flamethrower, you know what I mean, like where it's like, where there's like the little fire there to be pushed, to make a bigger fire. Like in each of those little holes.
Gotcha. Okay. And they're all around this place. Like,
yes. So there are rows of 4 along the wall from floor to ceiling, and then all across the floor and the ceiling.
Bad.
Jeane, do you need to take a closer look?
I would love to.
Okay, I'm gonna use the wings on my new armor and like pick Jeane up, just give him like a bear hug from behind and fly him over.
To look at the holes in the ceiling?
To look at the sphere in the center.
So you secret agent style, you are hovering over the globe and the big button.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me an insight check, Jeane.
Sure. Roll 2 7s for 14, so that's crit, right?
Yeah. So what I'll give you is that you're able to determine through the limited options and things. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
In this room. Thank you. Due to like the limited things you see in this room and what you've been able to determine with a crit, what I'll give you is that this button is your key to get out of this room. Your button is the way out of this room.
Yeah, it's the way to start and way to get out at the same time. Okay.
Correct.
Cool. I'm gonna have to press the button.
I was all for pressing the button. I think that's the answer.
All right, just get ready for something to happen, and not in our favor.
Okay, I'm gonna curl up in a corner just to be safe.
The less
I don't know if that'll.
The less holes you're around, the better. Okay.
Is there, before you do that, if we turn around and look back to where the door was, is it just like a doorway, but it's like sealed up?
It's just now the stone wall.
Just a wall. Okay.
Yeah. So there you don't see a door on either side of the room.
Okay.
Good. That's what I was hoping.
And I'm gonna walk over to the button.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Press down.
You press it, and immediately all the gears begin to twist and move within this thing. Begin to like connecting to one another, moving one another. The pistons begin to fire. You begin to hear kind of the movement of gears in the wall, and you see above on the other side of the room, made in this kind of blue light fairy fire, a minute timer begins.
Yep. Okay. Minute timer begins. Anything else in the room change, or is it
Beyond the noise? No.
Okay. timer. Looking around.
What if we hit the button again?
Do you hit the button again?
Yeah.
Resets to 1 minute.
Guys,
Yeah.
we just gotta wait it out, right? I don't think anything's. What else is gonna
like.
happen?
I mean, again, Jeane will look around the room to see if anything's shifted or changed, or if there are things watching or is being extra vigilant. And I'm gonna try to, if I can, connect with the god I'm attached to.
Okay.
Janice.
Roll me willpower and insight.
That's a 13.
With a 13, what do you say to them as you connect to them as the time ticks down?
You and I both know machines, but I don't know what's gonna happen if we let the time run out. Positive, negative, we need to live so the world lives.
Positive.
Let it run out? Cool. That's what I got, right? I just want to make sure.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna look over to Pete.
And the timer hits 0. And as the timer hits 0, you see on the other side of the room, a door slides open. And what you would also notice, what I'll give you, is when you pressed it a second time, you started to feel heat radiating from all of the holes in the room. So you can determine that repeated presses would have caused the room to
Issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Problems.
That it was
What a terrible death drop.
it was a patience game.
Damn.
Prey on your anxiety.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What an awful time.
Thanks.
And
I love it.
you see that another glowing white door on the other end.
Perfect.
All right, hands.
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 My wet hands.
Oh, they're all so
God.
clammy.
Slam, you're confident. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. The motto.
And as you push your way through this door together, holding hands, the white light once again hitting your eyes, you're immediately hit by the temperature change. The temperature drops from where it was kind of mildly warm in that room to freezing. As your eyes are suddenly kind of under attack from snow that is just blowing in your face, and you're in this massive frozen windy tunnel, and you can see the white light of the door about 150 feet in front of you. It's this frozen tunnel going straight ahead of you, and it's just full of snow and ice and cold wind that immediately just chills you to your bones.
Hold on. I got you guys. I'm going to use Elemental Shroud to protect the 3 of them against ice. So they have resistance.
What does it look like when you do this?
It's another tattoo. So she hasn't used this one yet. But like she has a scene on the back of her shoulder that has like snowy mountains in it. And as she casts it, like the mountains come up and it's almost like snow falls, like ink in the form of snow falls around them and hits the 3 of them to
And they have resistance now to
protect
cold
them.
damage?
They have resistance to ice damage now,
Okay.
yeah, to cold.
All right, so for the remainder of this challenge, the 3 who gained that benefit will have advantage on the checks to make it through this tunnel. And
Thank
with
you,
that,
Val.
I need
Yeah.
everybody to roll me, make me might rolls, please. And those of you who have the resistance will roll at advantage.
I should
Rolling
have
advantage is one. Just
helped
re-rolling die?
myself.
Roll twice. We'll
My might is-
do it just like D&D advantage.
Okay.
Twice and take the highest.
I get a crit. That's double 6s.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Roll 12.
Ah.
Let's go. Okay, so I need to bring up my little pad here. Okay, so what did
You
everyone?
also all get a +3 to your next check because I have a bond with you and I cast a spell on you. That's something new that I took this time.
All
So
right.
Nice.
you get to add a +3 because I have a +3 bond with all of you
Dang.
to your next check.
Rhea, what did you get?
22.
Damn,
Holy fuck.
that is one success. Jeane,
cold
what'd you
never
get?
bothered her anyway.
Anyway.
With that +3, that's a 16.
16.
Hey, yo.
That's a success for Jeane. Peter,
Mine's a 13.
a 13. That is a fail for Peter.
No!
I can't pass it then.
Even with the +3?
Even with
It would have to be.
resistance?
I was really close to critting. I have 2 d6s as well, so I
So
would
do
have to.
I.
I would have to fully crit with the +3, and
Okay.
I don't have that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
And
one.
Val, what did you roll?
I rolled a 12 because I
Roll a
crit.
12. That's well, you crit, so it's a success.
Okay, so it's a
It's a
success.
success, so because you crit. But as you begin to move through this tunnel and the cold bites at you, Peter, you're beginning to kind of feel it more than the others. You can see as they're able to kind of hold their ground in the icy coldness. And to get out of this tunnel, each of you need 3 successes.
Each of us.
Each of you individually need 3 successes. What do you do?
Hold on. Even with
Unless you can find a more creative way to make it through the tunnel than just plowing through, you need 3 successes to get out.
Oh.
Yeah. Seeing Peter struggling, Val will look over and be like, "Come on, I know you're stronger than that. You got this." And I'm going to cast Awaken. So I can move your might die up to a D8 instead of a D6
Yay.
Okay.
Go.
We can
Um,
start working with that.
for the rest of the
And-
scene.
And so you have it for the rest of the scene. And does Peter still have the +3?
No more +3. It's just the one roll, unfortunately.
Okay.
But resistance still. That still
Resistance,
is around.
yes.
Yeah.
So you're still rolling at advantage.
Okay.
And I will, because you all like either passed or failed in whatever way, that you're looking for 15s. You're looking for 15s to get out. Yes.
This wouldn't work because it's not a creature, or is it because
No,
it's
this
something?
is not a creature.
Okay.
This is like environmental effects around you.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So with that, with the awaken being cast, I need the next roll from everybody.
I have something also if I want to.
Yeah. Oh, please. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my gun, and then just gonna. All right, we're gonna try roulette here. I'm just gonna spin it a few times, and I'm gonna shoot forward. And I will. Let's see what I get. Please don't help me. It's good. 15. You and every ally present. Recover from all status effects. So if this is a status of being frozen to death.
My status of being frozen.
So what I'll give you guys is, as you see Jeane shoots this, you are all going to get I'll say, how long does it last, Jeane?
I mean, hold on. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna change that. I can change that. 7 with 3 dice. That's a 1. I can. Actually, we're gonna pick this option. We're gonna treat their dexterity and might dies as if they were 1 size higher.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so now
D10s.
everyone's rolling 1 die higher. So
Okay.
you're now rolling
A D10.
D10.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead
With
and make that
advantage.
next test with advantage. Go ahead and make that next test.
And it says on the scene. So this is the scene.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, for this
Then-
for this
then
whole
we-
tunnel.
In
Yeah.
this whole tunnel, then you keep that upgrade.
Yeah, keep that upgrade for the scene.
16.
16. That's a success for Peter. All right, Rhea.
9.
9. That is a fail for Rhea.
15.
Jeane. 15. That is success. And Val.
8.
8.
Oof.
That is a fail for Val. As Jeane and Peter, you're able to begin to kind of trudge through the snow. The snow's up to like middle of your shins. As you're pushing through the snow and the ice, the wind increasing as you made it to kind of the middle way point of the tunnel. You see Rhea and Val are kind of lagging behind you. As you are now at the center of the tunnel, what would you like to do?
I would, and tell me if I can do this, but I would like to spend a fabula point,
Okay.
if I may, and kind of twist the spell elemental weapon a little bit. I want to take out one of my swords. I'm going to cast elemental weapon on it, of course, for fire. And instead of like it being damage, I suppose I want, because the idea, right, is like unless we can find a cleverer way. So I want to try and use it as like, if we all are like close together around it, a source of heat to get us through better. You know what I'm saying? It's like a torch.
What I'll say is, as long as you maintain that spell, everyone will get
Yeah.
a +2 to their roll.
Okay. Yes, and it's for the duration of the scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll light it and be like, "Come on, guys, come here."
Come on.
Hope that helps.
All right.
Yeah,
Does anybody
it's a
else have
+2.
anything, or is it time to roll?
I'm out of MP,
Damn.
so yeah, I have 5 left. so-
Everyone's rolling d10s for their.
Yep.
No, I have a D8
A D8.
because I couldn't help myself.
Well, it's my thing still lasts for the entire.
No, but I started with a D6, so my
Oh.
D8 is
It's
up
bumped
1.
Okay.
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah.
And you and make sure to add the +2 to your roll.
Yes.
All right. It's time for the roll.
Mhm.
All right, Rhea.
Oh, sorry, I didn't think you were gonna come to me first. I was mathing.
You went.
12.
So I thought
Sorry.
that you were ready.
12 plus 5 plus 2, 17, 18, 19.
19. That's a second success for Rhea. Jeane.
19.
19. That is a third success for Jeane as Jeane makes it to the door. Peter.
Really quick, Ray, what'd you get the +5 from?
Because I rolled 2 dice.
Oh, okay. You got
I'm on
12
a
on
D.
one of them. Okay, that's fine. I
Yeah,
was just-
sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I got a 10.
10.
Ah.
Unfortunately, a second failure for Peter. And Val.
13.
13. That is a second failure for Val. So, Jeane, you've made it now to the door. You were able to kind of push through and make your way through the ice and the snow. You can see your jacket and your clothes and your armor kind of have icicles hanging off of them. And you've made it to the door, and you see closest behind you would be Rhea, and then farthest back is Val, and in the kind of bringing up the middle would be Peter.
Okay.
What do you do?
Get my things. Do. Is it like an open doorway, or is it like?
It's just like the ones you've been walking through. It's like that bright light doorway.
Gotcha.
Would you say that this would be a medium task? Getting through a medium. If I had a spell of medium potency, would that maybe help us get through?
What's the spell?
Well, I have ritual entropist magic, which is kind of make up your own spell.
Right.
But it costs quite a bit. But I'm down to pound a posh and get some more MP and do it. I can move. Entropist magic deals with like location kind of stuff as well, because it's like spatial stuff. So I can move us to the door, like teleport basically us to the door. I'm assuming that would be a minor or a medium spell, because it's
medium
roughly in there, and then small is a few human-sized creatures. We are all human-sized. So that would be 60 MP.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a potion.
Okay, so it's 2d10 plus 10 to MP back.
But then I will have enough MP, because I only need 2 more to get where I need to be to cast that. But yeah, so that will be teleporting us to the door. It doesn't seem, I don't know if there's checks I need to make for that.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you spend the MP and it happens.
Okay.
What does it look like when you do this?
Peter's starting to get obviously very cold, and their magic's already the aura that comes out of it's really dark. This magic feels like a dark blue, almost like the magic itself is being tinted by the frost and the cold. but it's that wavy sort of like you almost can't see exactly what's going on, that haze. And everyone almost hazes out of existence and then re-exists
Right next
by
to
the
Jeane.
door.
All right. And with that, you've all made it to the door. Do you go through? Or do you stay in the ice? Okay. As you
Hints,
all,
hints,
all
hints, hints,
as you all grab hands and push your way through the door, you all kind of stumble back onto your platform, and it goes, and that's the end of round 2.
That was all one?
That was one round. Okay, great.
And the crowd, cheers and yells, and the announcer goes, and with that, we only have 5 teams from our original 15 left.
Oh boy.
Right.
Okay.
The cold tunnel got a lot of them.
We picked up a lot. And with that, we're going to give our teams a quick moment to rest before we come back for Monster Roulette. As your platform begins to lower back into your tunnel, and the ceiling closes above you. And you all have a moment now.
Monster Roulette sounds way less scary than anything else we've done so far, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, but how's everyone doing?
MP kind of low, but I have a weapon now, so that's kind of nice. I could be resourceful about it.
You can take one of my potions. I use way less MP than you do, so take it.
Here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got to
Yes,
take
yes.
my
All right, hold
my
on.
MP potion. I'm out.
Wait. Don't take potions yet. I'm gonna see if my roulette helps first. All right?
Okay.
Oh.
Sure.
I'm gonna roll my roulette.
That's
all right?
right.
Okay.
3, and then I'm gonna shoot. Now, and that is 12. So every you and all your allies present, and that's 18. Fuck, that's hit points. Never mind.
Oh, it's hit
That's
points, not MP.
Yeah, MP.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's yeah. So
That's
we
okay.
can't go.
It was worth a
Can't
shot.
go up, right? It does. We can't. It can't be like temp HP.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
No.
I guess I'll take
No,
another
good
potion
shot.
now, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah,
in
I'm gonna take
combat.
a potion.
Thank you, though, Rhea.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. So
I also crit on my last potion. I was very excited.
Work.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to discuss or do over this kind of brief interlude you have?
5. I mean, 5 from 15. Goodness.
Our chances just increased drastically.
Yeah. Well, guys, we've been doing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna take my last MP potion just because I rolled really bad on the other one. Like, I don't even have enough to like summon a weapon and heal someone. So
Yeah.
Jesus.
If you find you're still low, I have another potion. Like I said, I don't often use as much MP as you do. I only have a couple things that I would need it for. So if you need
Okay.
it, let me know.
And honestly, I don't really. If one of you guys wants one of mine, I don't really. I have inventory points more for my stuff, not MP.
yeah, no, I'm okay now. Like, that one was a little better. So I can for sure like heal and summon a weapon. So that's good.
Yeah, I've still got plenty of things I can get creative.
And as you're healing and doing your things in the tunnel, you see appearing on the walls of your tunnel seems to be like instant replays of things that were happening.
Oh.
You
Oh,
see
that's
the
this.
traditional like adventuring party. You see like the wizard is trying to pull the dwarf off the button as the dwarf is like slamming the button, and eventually it just fills with fire as
Oh,
the
no.
room is just ignited, and you see all 4 of them go up in flames.
Oh no!
I was rooting
Uh,
for them.
You see the big red demon pulling himself through the frozen tunnel, and just as he gets to the end, like freezing right at the end.
Oh, man.
You see just kind of replays of all of these teams getting eliminated in their different kind of in the different ways that they encountered a spike trap, some encountered an endless hallway they were stuck in, an invisible bridge. It would seem to be like not all the same traps, the same rooms for everybody. Some seem to be different, some seem to be different combos. And then you see the remaining teams, kind of appears, and it shows like the picture of all of you like on your stand like this, like doing your thing, like like with the earthlings. You see the sanguines appear up there. You see the rich kids team, which their name, now that you actually see it, is you would see the Mystic. Their name is the Mystic Crusaders. It's like the most like they look. If Douche had a picture, it was theirs. Like the way that these guys look. So you see yourselves, those guys, the Sanguine. You see a team of like multicolored, armored, kind of like smaller figures. And you would see they are called the Phantom Rangers. That is on there. And then the last one you would see would be a singular guy wrapped in bandages, and it's just question marks.
Just a single guy wrapped. Just
single
one
guy.
I've seen that anime.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Get out of here.
Is there anything else you would all like to do?
I'm gonna nudge Peter. Point at the wall. It's just like the Hunger Games when they show the pictures of the dead tributes at the end of the night.
There's no canon though.
I know.
It's just techno music.
Oh yeah, they're all wearing mesh shirts in the.
It's just a bass drop every time somebody dies. Every team dies.
Just like the Hunger Games.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, you just made that reference earlier, so I just...
Yeah, maybe Val should have said something in the cold tunnel, like, "I hope I get out for the narrator."
Yeah, Val, come on. Just kidding. You don't have to. You don't
No, you don't have to.
You don't focused on keeping you all alive.
And you did so good. Thanks for that.
Yeah. But maybe in the monster one, we can maybe
I'll
start pushing that angle.
Well, we're trying not to die.
No
promises.
You're good.
But
No, you're
just
good.
I was a little focused, okay?
Yeah. No, I understand. I was.
And we did it.
You did it.
Guys.
Thank you guys for your help with that one. That one was.
Yeah. A lot of my spells are against creatures, not cold weather.
The environment, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you're all chilling, you see the rune shifts to yellow.
Oh, I could learn to hate that.
All right, gang.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Well, let's strike a pose this time.
Yeah.
What? Peter, what's your pose? They already hit their pose.
Oh no! I was thinking about not dying.
As the platform raises up, Peter's like, as you go up into the air. And you see this time the platform moves to the center of that steel octagon that I described at the beginning. As you all basically it connects with it. And it says the announcer goes, "And would the Earthlings please enter the arena?"
Yeah.
And you walk off, and people now that you guys have made it to round 3, people are like also joining in. You see the narrator and Atlas somehow have merch for you guys already.
Yeah,
good.
Like
what's on the merch?
Like it's like a big Jeane gun, like it's like a big foam gun. They have like like wigs like Val's hair, and like a shirt that says like "I love Rehya" and like a Peter cup.
I wanted to be the cop, thank you.
Like a big sippy cup. As the capitalists have already started to go to work.
Oh no! Even here
in fantasy world.
Fantasy Vegas. Oh wait, it's Fantasy Vegas.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And as you all step off onto the octagon, the platform, your normal platform backs away. And the announcer goes, "And it's time for Monster Roulette. And the way this works is our heroes down there have to survive 3 rounds of randomly changing monsters." above table, how this is going to work is the wheel will spin and a random monster will be selected. It will appear. You will fight it for a determined amount of time that I will show you when the round starts. And when the timer ends, it will then spin again, and then it will spin again, and you have to survive the 3 timed rounds of the combat. And as you walk onto the ground, you see immediately the floor beneath you shifts colors, almost like this roulette wheel is being projected down onto the octagon. And you can kind of like look around at all of the little pieces of the pie, and you would see dragon is one of them. You would see demon is one of them. You'd see angel is another. You'd see mecha is one of them. You would see undead, and then you would see hero. There are 6 basically pieces of this pie. And the audience and the announcer goes, now say it with me, audience. Spin that wheel. As the wheel spins, and Alec has an actual random spinning wheel on his side.
Yes.
That's so
I wish I
cool.
could watch.
And I think I could share my screen.
Does
I
that
think
mess with the layout?
I think it messes with the layout, unfortunately.
Fair.
And it lands on Angel as it spins
No!
around.
Not again.
It spins and spins and spins and spins and spins till it lands on Angel. And you see the entire circle basically kind of ignites with this orange light of that piece of the pie, and then out of the ground, raising out in this golden light, you see this very tall, say about 7 feet tall, golden armored angel with about 6 wings coming out of its back, a large crown made of gold coming out of its head. You see its face is this pure white color with golden eyes and golden tears, like basically kind of like staining its cheeks, coming down its cheeks. It's got this angular metal golden breastplate, these large golden pauldrons, and this massive golden spear next to it. And with that, I'm going to need y'all to roll for initiative, please.
Shit. All right.
Jeane, I think you have the best initiative out of all of us.
I
Yeah.
think that's true.
And
+0? Is that the best?
Yeah, +0 is the best, I think.
+0 is the
Not
best.
a -2.
Oh no!
oh boy.
Oh no!
Reggie.
Oh.
All right. So the angel rolled a 13.
I rolled a 15.
15. All right. That means
Okay.
players will go first. Which of you would like to go first?
I will go first immediately.
All right.
Please.
And
Nice.
with that, I'm going to start the timer of 7 minutes.
Cool. I'm going to shoot it with my gun.
Please do so.
Yeah.
Pop it in its face. That's like a 20.
That's like a 20? Like a 20
Whoa.
will
It's
hit?
a 20. It's a 20.
Yeah, that will hit.
And that is 8. I need to look at my new gun stats. Ooh. That's an 8 plus. Wow. That's that's 20 light damage.
20 light damage.
But I can change that into something else.
What are you going to change it to?
We're gonna change it to. Let's see. What are my choices? I have choices here.
Dork?
What?
Or Bolt?
Dork?
Let's see what happens when I change it to dark. I'm gonna cast a shadow bullet on this thing. And
20 damage total?
20 damage, and then I'll see what that does because I have multi, so I can do
Yeah,
it.
as it hits it, you see like it cracks some of its armor. You see some golden flecks that like hit the ground. So you definitely did damage it with.
So that's when I change the bullet typing, it adds +5 to it. So that's
so 25.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that 25 dark damage definitely stung. Definitely.
Then I will do it again. Huzzah! That is, oh my god, 12, 19 to hit,
To hit? Yeah, absolutely.
and that's 20 more damage, and then
20 more damage.
and then we're gonna add another thing, so it's
Yeah.
25 dark damage.
25 dark damage. Yeah, the other bullet hits it, cracking more of its armor as this thing turns its golden gaze upon you. Is there anything else you got, Jeane?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's pow.
Pow! Yeah, it hurt. It's not looking great. You see the thing pulls the golden spear in front of it, because now it's an enemy turn, as it slaps the golden spear to the ground, and this golden trail of light in these these arcane runes trail out to 2 of you, and I need to, or to 3 of you, excuse me. I need to roll for this. I need a d10. Val, Peter, and Jeane, does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As it hits you, you immediately, Rhea, you would see these golden chains come up and out of the ground and wrap around your friends. Targets hit by this attack cannot take the attack action or cast a spell until the end of their next turn. In addition, the targets must lose 10 hit points and 10 mind points before taking actions other than guard, equipment, or study, including free actions, as they are locked by these chains. And you hear the announcer goes, "Oh, it's using its judgment. Let's see if they pass." And it is now a player's turn. You have 4 minutes left with the angel.
So we can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm the only one that can do anything. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I would like to, and I'm being funky with my spells today. Apologies in advance,
That's
but
fine.
I want to use.
Cool, baby.
Yes, I want to use the spell Breach, which is Let me read it so I know exactly the wording that it does. You may use an action, spend mind points. It attacks a single creature. If it's successful, it deals no damage. You choose one option: destroy a shield equipped by the target or the target's armor. I want to target the chains. Is there a center point in which all of the chains converge?
Basically it's converging from the bottom of his spear. So you could target what I'll give you, since we're being funky with it. You could target one of your friend's chains.
Okay. I will target, because I know you can do dark damage, bestie.
That's true.
I'm gonna target Peter.
Okay.
I'm gonna target Peter's chains. And it doesn't tell me what I need to roll. I've used this spell twice in my whole life. Okay, I think it's might.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was might. Last time we used it when you broke up open Atlas's armor.
Yes. Okay. Oh, adding anything? No. 15.
15. Yeah, you hit the chain, because the chain's not like the chain is, looks like a chain link, like large chain made of gold, and so you're able to smash it with your blades. And the chain shatters around Peter, and the chains kind of dissipate as they hit the ground, as you freed Peter.
Awesome. Thank
Go
you.
get him, Peter.
Anything else, Rhea?
No.
Okay. It is now the angel's turn once again, and the angel raises its right hand and then puts it forward, and we see the chains tighten around Jeane and Val, as you will both take 20 light damage. And then you would also see appearing on the chains, you would see basically like another chain binding you to the ground. So basically like coming from the side of you to the ground. And then that's his turn. That's the angel's turn.
Okay, I guess that's my turn then. So I'm going to try to drain vigor, which is one of my dark spells. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 magical, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, that will hit, yeah.
Okay, then they're going to take 22 dark damage.
22 dark damage. As you drain the life from it, you see like some of the glow kind of coming from it kind of dims a little bit as you drain the vigor out of this thing.
Perfect. That's what I'm able to do this turn.
All right, it's now the angel's turn once again. And you see it raises its hand once again to our friends. It will take another 20 light damage. As the chains tighten, and you see another chain attaches from you to the ground. And it goes, "Oh, tick-tock, tick-tock, looks like it's judgment time." And Jeane and anybody kind of like looking at the situation, getting any more chains on you is probably a bad idea in the sense that you'll take more damage, but there's something like a ceiling effect here that it is using. And it is now a player turn. You have 15 seconds left.
I guess I'm the only one who hasn't gone. I am going to use Torpor. So I'm going to smother our enemy. Essentially, like the tattoos that she have kind of like float up and like go around it, and also kind of like bind. And she's trying to hold the angel down as well. So I am going to inflict the slow condition on them.
Okay. And as you slow it down, just as it's about to tighten the chains one more time, you see the angel dissipates. And he goes, and that's time on the first round. Let's get ready to spin that wheel. And I'm going to spin the wheel again. And you would also see the angel portion is removed from the pie. The angel portion is removed from the pie as the wheel begins to...
We have time right now.
You have moments.
Can I pop a healing potion?
No, I'm gonna heal you guys. I'm gonna heal
Okay.
both you and Jeane for 40.
Oh my god, thank you.
Both each 40 each, and that's about how much you guys lost. So
That's exactly what they lost.
Yep. Amazing. Thank you.
As the wheel cranks around, as you're like casting these healing spells, is there anything else you want to do before I tell you what it landed on?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have something as a fury called Indomitable Spirit. When you spend one or more fabula points, you get an additional benefit. Choose one option. Would that... It doesn't specify if it's just in combat or if it's whenever I spend a fabula point. So I did spend one earlier. So does this apply? Is this applicable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna because I was in crisis beforehand. I'm gonna use that to use emergency item. Once per conflict scene, when you are in crisis, you may perform an additional action your turn. This action must be an inventory action. So I'm gonna spin my roulette wheel, and we'll see what I get to affect either us or the upcoming monster.
I would love MP. MP would be so sweet.
If I roll MP, we'll all be happy and dandy.
Yeah.
14's already looking good. I remember 14. 14 is you and every ally. Get 100 my points.
100?
100
Damn.
On top
Plus
of
what
it?
we have?
recovers 100 my points.
Okay.
We
so
recover. Okay, so we recover like...
I feel like God now.
Cool.
It's gone straight to my head.
It's just like, oh god, spins the roll. It just shoots. It doesn't even care where the Russian goes in, just like cracks like a whip. It's like ow, and like a sparkle of green goes up above us and then just explodes and then falls on us, and we all gain our MP back to, I'm guessing, full for everyone. All
Pretty much everybody.
Yep.
And you see the wheel clicks and it lands on Dragon.
That's what I didn't want.
And you see like the entire like arena begins to kind of shift underneath you into this swirling golden yellow color as it begins to swirl around. The arena begins to shake, and you hear the announcer go, "Uh-oh, that's a boss draw." As you see out of the portal, you see this massive, like almost like looks mechanical golden dragon paw grabs one side, and then another one grabs the other side as this massive mechanical golden dragon head pushes itself up and out of this portal, bringing it easily towering 100 feet tall as this massive, made of, like, it looks like its scales are interlaid with this golden metal, these large golden wings rolling backwards, this massive golden tail as it sits up on its hind legs. And with that, you see it inhale as you see this crackle of electricity rolling out of its mouth. And before it exhales, that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
I was ready.
Dragon!
I also had things ready. I was ready. I'm looking like, oh, I know. Oh, here we go.
Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 17 of Echoes of Legacy, the beginning of our tournament arc, because what isekai would be complete without a tournament arc? Thank you all so much for being here. I'm AlecTheBard, your game master. I'm going to throw it off to my lovely players to say goodbye. Jeane, why don't you start?
Hey, everybody. Hi, what's up? My name's Christian, aka AFluffyGoomba, all over the internets. I'm a TTRPG performer, an educator here in the space. I'm scared. I don't want to get killed by a dragon. Dragon bad. Oh my god. Haley, why don't you go?
Hi, I'm Haley. I go by HailieRosie on everything. We're gonna kill this dragon, guys. Maybe not kill it. we'll endure this dragon for sure.
For sure.
With that, we're good at that.
Mm.
I'm gonna pass it off to Betty.
Hello, my name is Betty. I am who.the.lovely on TikTok and Instagram. And oh my gosh, it's so much easier to be excited than scared. So I'm ready. Steph?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm Steph. You can find me pretty much anywhere you get your social medias at Equinoxdice. Yeah, let's fight a dragon, I guess. Survive a dragon.
Survive a
Survive.
dragon.
I have a
Survive.
dragon.
Thank you all so much. Bye.
Bye.